Hello, can you hear me? My name is Tasha Heaton. I am an industrial hygiene consultant with the WisCon program at the Wisconsin State Laboratory of Hygiene. In this segment, I will be discussing the basics of a hearing conservation program. The required elements of a hearing conservation program include noise monitoring, audiometric testing, hearing protectors, employee training, and record keeping. You will notice that a written program is not included in this list. That is because the OSHA standard 1910.95 does not require a written hearing conservation program. However, you must have a collection of documents to demonstrate that a continuing effective hearing conservation program exists. Now let's dive into these elements individually. The first indication that you need a hearing conservation program is likely that someone has noticed a high noise area or task in your workplace. This may lead to spot checks with a sound level meter and employee exposure monitoring. If the 8-hour time-weighted average employee exposures are equal to or above the OSHA action level, or adjusted action level for employees working longer than an 8-hour shift, a hearing conservation program is required. Employees are required to be included in the hearing conservation program when their time-weighted average exposures are equal to or are greater than the action level, even if the exposure is just once per year. Audiometric testing. Baseline audiograms are required to be conducted within 6 months of an employee's first exposure at or above the action level. An exception is included within the standard for when an employer contracts with a mobile test van to perform audiometric testing. Employers using mobile test vans have 1 year from the employee's first exposure at or above the action level to obtain the baseline audiogram. Employees are required to wear hearing protection for any period exceeding 6 months after their first exposure until the baseline audiogram is conducted. Afterwards, annual audiograms are necessary for as long as the employee is covered under the program. Hearing protectors. Employees should be able to select their hearing protectors from a variety of suitable options provided by the employer. Employers are obligated to provide at least 2 types of hearing protection to employees covered by the program. Examples of hearing protection include foam, pre-molded or reusable earplugs, semi-insert earplugs or canal caps, and earmuffs. Employee training must occur annually and include the following: the effects of noise on hearing, the purpose of hearing protectors, the advantages, disadvantages, the attenuation of various types, and instructions on the selection, fitting, use, and care, and the purpose of audiometric testing and an explanation of the test procedures. Record keeping is addressed in 1910.95M. Specifically, the standard requires that noise exposure measurement records be retained for 2 years and audiometric test records be retained for the duration of the affected employee's employment. Upon request, records should be provided to current and former employees, representatives designated by the individual employee, and OSHA. This has been a brief overview on the basics of a hearing conservation program. For more regulatory information on noise and hearing conservation, please refer to OSHA's Occupational Noise Exposure Standard, 29 CFR 1910.95. If you're looking for help with noise exposure monitoring, a hearing conservation program, or any other safety or health-related issue in your workplace, I encourage you to contact WisCon to schedule your free and confidential consultation visit today.